Morning, gang. It's Thursday, the 9th of January, 2020. I had to think about that then. Did you see that? Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from Bracknell in Royal Berkshire. Yes, gang, Boris's favourite bum boy is with you once again. How are you today? Hope you're well, gang. Good news is that the dentist all went okay. There he was, prodding. It's very nice, my dentist, Mo. He remembers you as well. I mean, you remember the amount of thousands of people they must deal with in a year. And the dentist I go to, a place called Perfect Smile, which is in Bracknell, in the High Street, actually. They do private. They do a mixture of private and NHS work. I think probably the most of it would be the NHS work, and they're very, very good with the time. 12 o'clock usually means somewhere within like 5 minutes either side of 12 o'clock. They're bang on time. He comes out and I don't know, I wonder what that was. And it was him speaking my name really quick. Chris. And I looked over. Hello, Chris. Oh, hello, Mo. He's from Lithuania. You go up the stairs and you go in there. And it's all very nice, really. He starts chatting away, asking me about Christmas. And then we got into the subject of religion. And he's from Lithuania, which is a predominantly... a predominantly Muslim country. However, he says, everyone celebrates Christmas together. Everyone gets on, which is exactly how it should be, And I was having this conversation to him. I said, it's generally not the religions that are the problem. It's the politics. You remember years ago here, of course, in the 1970s, the business between the IRA and the British government, which were blamed on the Catholics and the Protestants. There were no religious people fighting. It's all to do with politics. Anyway, I had a good old chat with him and then sat down in the chair and out came the Rusty now, poking around in the thing. And then I had the tooth cleaning thing, which actually didn't hurt me at all. It didn't hurt me at all. And I meant to tell you this yesterday. If that bothers you when you go in, and sometimes you get what you need is sensitive toothpaste. There's a fairly lots of different brands out there. Sensodyne is probably the market leader, but that can be pricey. I've seen that for sale at £5 a tube. I'm not paying £5 for a tube of toothpaste. Absolutely not, ever. Ever in my sad, lonely, pathetic life, I won't pay £5 for a tube of toothpaste. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, there's a little message there for you, boys and girls, going across the bottom of the screen. Just have a little look at that message, and it tells you what to do so you can get the whole United Kingdom Talk experience and not just the first 10 minutes, all right? Join us on YouTube and subscribe there, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. All right? Excuse me. So and what you do is just before you go to the dentist, okay, use that sensitive toothpaste, whether it's Sensodyne, Colgate do one as well, and so many other people, right? Brush it, okay, give it a good brush, a long brush, nice and gently, okay, then rinse. I know this sounds awful, but this is what you're supposed to do when you brush teeth, believe it or not. You're supposed to then swill the crap in your mouth around. Like that, and then just spit out the toothpaste. Do not rinse your mouth out. Don't rinse your mouth out. Now, of course, you might have bits of food in there. You don't want that. My advice is to rinse your mouth out really well before you brush your teeth. Okay, so you put your water in your mouth, you go like that, so it's going in between you, and then spit it into the sink like that, and do it again. Like that, spit it into the sink, then brush your teeth with the sensitive toothpaste. And what this sensitive toothpaste does, some people, we have all got tiny little holes in our teeth. Tiny, tiny, tiny little holes, which you can't see with the human eye. The eye is watching you. Well, you can't see that with the human eye. And the Sensodyne toothpaste, or the sensitive toothpaste, that gets in the little holes and blocks them up. Okay, then you haven't got sensitive teeth while that toothpaste is kind of working its magic, and it lasts for, I don't know, X number of hours, and it works. Believe me, it works. That's what I did yesterday. Then when he come out with that ultrasonic cleaning machine, the one that sometimes touches a nerve, it didn't touch a nerve. So very pleased, really. Nice little visit to the dentist yesterday. And then coming out of there... After that, I walked past what was the old Thomas Cook, and it's been reopened as a Hayes Travel. Although I have to say, it's looking very bare at the moment. There were like the travel money section at the back has just gone. It's just like an empty thing. There were about 3 staff and a few brochures, a few holiday brochures on a stack. And there wasn't anyone else in there, so I guess they've just opened. But nice to see the some of the Thomas Cook staff have got their jobs back. Although my favourite lady in there, who's a little bit younger than me, probably about 50, 52 sort of thing, I didn't see her in there. So I don't know if she's gone back or not. She's the one with the smoke as well. All right, Chris, how are you today? She's sent me all over the world, she has. I say all over the world, you know, Australia, Israel, Italy, so just a few places. Barbados. Oh no, she has sent me all over the world. I haven't seen her in yet, but nice to see Hayes Travel taking on some of the Thomas Cook stars, and I think staff. I think a brave move for them as well. Quite a brave move for them, although presumably they would have looked into it before they decided to buy all these places or whatever it is they lease them or whatever. So that was that. Popped into Waitrose to get some Cook's ingredients. Of course, I did a bit of cooking yesterday, which I'll tell you about in a minute. And then I posted off your letters. Okay, people buying the Super Chat pens. We've got Super Chat pens here. If you want to buy one of those, varying different colours, they're for a £2 Super Chat, one of those, okay? Or you can have a Super Chat badge. Super Chat badges are here as well. Super Chat badges, again, a £2 or more Super Chat for those. And I posted off what you bought yesterday, so that's all in the post. The only person who hasn't got their stuff at the moment, I think, is Mark Bowles, who's emailed me. I'm just waiting to hear back from him whether he wants whether it was a bingo pen or a Super Chat pen. I think it's a bingo pen. I'm sure he won the bingo on Sunday. I can't remember now. But that will be off to him in the post later because we've got to go back into town later anyway. So posted those letters and, yes, a nice little morning, really. What did I do then? Came back here and I had a bit of lunch, made my spaghetti arrabbiata sauce. Very, very tasty, very spicy. Lots of spice. That all went in a slow cooker, so that would be about 1:30 in the afternoon. Turn that on. Had my lunch and I spoke to my sister on the phone. It was a very humorous conversation, I have to say. And I gave her 3.5. I think I gave her 6.5 for the conversation. I give my sister now a mark out of 10 according to the quality of her conversation now. Yeah, and yesterday, she scored the highest ever. I think it was 6.5. Usually it's sort of 2 or 3. That's the level of interestingness coming from her over the phone. Aren't I awful? At the end of the call, I say to her, okay, Sharon, thanks for the call. Today you score 2.5. That's out of 10. Level of interestingness of the call. Right, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, you're going to be leaving us here, boys and girls. Do join us on YouTube, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. We'll see you over there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also the little notifications bell. Switch that on and you'll never miss another thing, boys and girls. And we'll be able to see your messages and you'll be able to join in with the conversation with everyone else as well. All right, so we'll see you over there, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. I always like to have a little bit of a sniff when I flick that switch. It gives me an opportunity to have a sniff without everyone else hearing it. Thanks for your messages coming through. I'll come over to those a little bit later on. While I was on the phone to my sister, Martin, my brother-in-law, is trying out vegetarianism. Is that the right word? That's better, isn't it? I just noticed that. Someone would have mentioned that. Ow, your clock's crooked on the wall. We're not interested in anything you've got to say. We just want to look for something that's wrong and point it out. Oh, there's a hair sticking out from your nose. I don't think so. I've got one of them things. Bzzz, got one of them. Bzzz, you stick it up your nose and it cuts all the hairs out. Hairs all over the bathroom, dear. I must have that cleaned soon. Martin has been trying vegetarianism this month. I think he's into his 3rd or 4th day now. And he tried last night Quorn sausages. which he likes very much. So he likes those Quorn sausages, because the first day he did it a bit wrong. He had, for his dinner, a plate of vegetables. Yeah, yes. No, nothing else, just a plate of vegetables, carrots. And I said, oh, I don't think you're doing it right there. You know, you've got to have like a meal like what you're used to having, as well as vegetables, you know, and that's how you do it. Yesterday he was trying Quorn sausages. He liked those. Now, there's different types of Quorn sausages. The best ones are in a chiller cabinet, right? They do frozen ones, and they do various different types of sausages. The non-flavoured ones, sort of the plain ones, and I think there's 4 in a packet. There's a 6-pack and a 4-pack. You want the 4-pack ones are great big fat things, they are. And there is no fat in them whatsoever. They're brilliant. If you're trying to lose a bit of weight, Quorn, right? You put them under the grill or in your George Foreman grill or whatever you've got there, and you cook them. There isn't a drop of fat comes out of those ever. You know some of the stuff you put on the George Foreman grill, and this fat just oozes out and goes into the little tray at the bottom, doesn't it? Not in Quorn sausages. In fact, I'd go as far as saying you don't even need to clean the grill afterwards. There's nothing. The only reason that there'd be residue there is if you burnt it. You know, which I'm very good at doing. I'm good at overdoing things. So Quorn sausages is the thing my brother-in-law tried last night, and he's very pleased with those. If Roy Brownlow's with us this morning, I don't know if he's here, he'll be pleased to know I have located the pen that he sent me, which I have to say are very good quality pens, much better, probably better than mine. They're actually probably better than mine, but I would imagine they're quite expensive to make, these ones. They're probably, I reckon that's probably about 4 or 5 quid's worth, that one, whereas mine are about £1 worth. Roy Brownlow's pen, so he'd be pleased that I found that. Then, of course, on the news, we heard about Meghan and Harry yesterday as well, didn't we? Yes, they want to step down from public duty and go and do their own thing. I think I think on that subject, actually, and I'll come to your messages after this little point. I think on that subject, I think Meghan, I think she likes the publicity, but she only wants the publicity out there that she wants to go out there. Do you see what I mean? I can't believe she, maybe he as well, I'm not sure about him, I can't believe that she would want to disappear completely from the public eye. I don't think that at all. But what I think is that she only wants us to see what she wants us to see, if you see what I mean. And I'm afraid it doesn't work like that if you're in the royal family. You have to see everything. We want to see everything, don't we? Or do we? I don't know. I want to see the good bits or the bad bits. I think the British press were particularly cruel to them last year. I really do. But that being said, to announce that you're going to disappear from public life after the big wedding and the big houses and this, that and the other, I think this is a bad move. I think it's a really bad move. And, you know, Harry, well, I mean, I am a big royal fan, as you know. The Queen, I mean, what is she thinking at the moment? All those years, and only to have a couple of youngsters turn around and say, no, we don't want to do this anymore. How can you do that? Can you, I didn't know you could do that in the royal family. Something like that. But looks like they want to come away from it all and just get on with their own thing. And they want to be self-sufficient. Well, that's easier said than done. It's not like they haven't had, you know, a step up, have they? You know, they've got money behind them if it all goes wrong, haven't they? They're always going to have that. So it's not like me, say, for example, when I was a little boy and I grew up and then Mum got me my first job. She walked into Millets, actually, Millets in Putney. And I got a Saturday job in there. In fact, Mum got me a few jobs, to be honest. She got me into British Telecom, places like that. But then I've saved and got together what I can. There was no big leg up. Of course, my mum and dad helped me a little bit here and there. But no, like, big leg up. Like, there you go, there's a lovely mansion for you to live in. And then, do feel free to use one of the private jets. That sort of thing. You know, there's nothing like that. They've had all that. So when it says, we want to be self-sufficient, that's not quite doing it for me. Anyway, I don't know what you think about that. Let's read some of your messages this morning then. First message of the day looks like it's coming from Mr. SOS Grigorian. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations and jubilations. Morning, Mr. SOS Grigorian. Morning to you. Hello to Mike Rees-Pondo. The lovely Rachel's there. Morning, Rachel. Jason Hughes. Luke Trott, one man in his Sprinter van. Sean Pye. John Aitken, who posted a picture of, do you remember the George Michael thing when he get caught in the toilet? Do you know how long ago that was? That's over 20 years ago we saw that. He was very clever with that. Talking of publicity and Meghan and Harry and all that business. But he was very clever with that. So he got caught in the toilet, and before the papers could crucify him, which they would have done, he came out and said, yeah, I was caught in a public toilet looking for other gay men. What? I haven't done anything wrong. That was it. Shut them down completely. And that's what you got to do. If you've done something naughty, you get caught. Just come straight out with it. Don't hide it, because that's when they get really nasty. Oh, look what we found out about you. Well, they can't do that because he told us. And we kind of just accepted it, didn't it? Okay, let's move on. Next story, please. You know what I mean? Good morning to Mick Davenport. There's Brenda from Bristol. Good morning to you, sir. Have you got your pens yet? They're all in a very, very heavy envelope coming for you this morning, Mick. A different coloured envelope as well. Much larger than the little white ones that other people have, dear. A big brown one is coming to you. Oh, that don't sound very good, does it? Or coming out of you, maybe. Morning, Mick. Hello to Stephen Petty. Amelia Dodd in the house. Morning, Amelia. There's Fran. Morning, morning, Fran. Morning, Fran. Gavin Bass in the house. Morning to Gavin Bass and scrolling. God dear, scrolling along here. Jerry Millen. Good morning, Jerry. Yes, can we have little thumbs up as always, please, boys and girls? If you can do that every time we do a show, that's actually quite helpful on the YouTube algorithms. I have to say that slowly. Algorithms. I don't know what they are, but it's quite good. It kind of puts you up a little bit and gets the word out a little bit more, but maybe shares the program a little bit more for other people to join us. All right, thank you, Rachel. Excuse me a moment. Morning to Claire. We've just got rid of Brexit and now it's Mexit. Megxit. Well, I don't think that would be as bad as the whole Brexit thing, you know, because of course I am one of Boris's bum boys. You know that, don't you? I am. Why can't people see the funny side of that? You talk to the leftists. Oh, wow, I can't believe you're calling yourself that. I'll call myself what I want. Thank you very much. I think it's hilarious. We need a funny Prime Minister. That's what we need. Morning to Michael Pullman. Good morning, sir. Tony King. Good morning, Tony. What do we get for a £1 super chat? Half a pen? No. At the moment, there are £1 super chat is a tip. There isn't anything. It was costing me so much to send this stuff out that I had to make it so that it kind of works out. Don't make anything on the pens. Good God, no. You know, that's about even. So pen is probably about 95 pence that's cost me. Okay. The problem is the stamp. The stamp is like a large letter stamp, which I think is £1.10, and an envelope. So you can see it's probably about £2.20, £2.30 every time I send a pen out. So £2 super chat or above is fine. There is, I hope, something. Let me see if he's replied yet. I've ordered something else actually for £1 super chats, but he hasn't replied yet. I've ordered some stickers, or I'm trying to order some stickers, but the bloke hasn't replied to me yet. Okay, so they're coming. Stickers hopefully will be coming. If he can't do them, I can find someone else. That's all right. But it's someone that my brother-in-law recommended for me. So we got some stickers coming. You know, just stickers, because people have asked for stickers. Stickers are coming. Keyring news. Keyring news. Gone on to the company again yesterday afternoon about the keyrings. You remember the keyrings? Here they are. Here are the key rings, okay. Unfortunately, they came out very badly. As you can see, it's all blurred. So I've spoken to the company twice now, the last time yesterday afternoon, and they were very sorry that message didn't get passed on. They look into it, get back to me tomorrow, later on. And indeed, I had a little sleep in the afternoon. By the time I got back up, there was an email from the company and I said to them on the phone, actually, I'd rather you try again, than refund me, if that's possible. He said, okay, well, I'll let them know that would be your preference. But I got an email from them saying, very sorry you've had this experience. We don't think if we do them again, it's going to come out any differently. So we've refunded the money. So that's it. So end of that particular keyring. However, I don't hang around here. Don't hang around. I have now ordered some more keyrings, which are not like that. They're more of a little plastic thing, okay, with a picture in it. Did you know the sort of thing I mean? Where's that? I bought one the other day. Oh no, I sent it to Heidi, didn't I? Heidi wanted one from Skegness. And that's where I discovered it, in Skegness. It's basically a little plastic thing with kind of a pop-out thing, and you put a picture in it. So I've ordered some of those, all right, which hopefully, according to the thing there, might even be here by next week. All right, so I have ordered some key rings. Stickers are coming. Was there something else? That's the other two things that are on their way. So I'm glad you asked about that, Mikey. Mike, £1 super chats will get you a sticker. All right. Is the phone-in show tonight? Yes, indeed. Yes, phone-in show tonight. It will start somewhere between 7 and 10 o'clock, okay? So that's the start time for the phone-in show tonight. You'll be able to call in if you want. Just have a little bit of a chat about anything you want. I'll try and give you some subjects to talk about, because quite often what I've learned is that if you say the phone lines are open, but you haven't given anyone anything to talk about, nothing happens. And actually, one of my friends, when I was doing Liberty Radio in London, told me that you need to give people something to talk about, rather than say, yeah, call in now, and no one calls in. Or when they call in, it's just like, hello. Or what are you calling in for? Just wanted to say hello. Well, that's not very good for other people watching, is it? You've got to give them some sort of conversation to talk about. So that will be sometime tonight between 7 and 10 o'clock. That's not the time it's on. It will start somewhere between 7 and 10 o'clock, depending on when I get going. All right, my love, thanks for asking about that, Rachel. She says the quality of my conversation will be zero. Well, not everyone can talk on the phone, Rachel. What I do say is that if you get a bit stuck, I'll try and pull you along. That's kind of the job of the person who's doing the show. Sometimes people just dry up and they don't know what to say. My job is to sort of try and pull you along a little bit. Try and start it going so it's interesting for other people. You know what I mean? So, give it a go if you want to, Rachel. Give it a go if you want, my darling. Good morning to Adam the Plumber. Good morning, Adam the Plumber. Adam has got one of these beautiful Amazon Echo devices. I can't remember if he's got he's got loads of them in his house. They're all over the place, listening to every conversation that he's making. But when I first got mine, and I've got 4, 2 here and 2 at the caravan. When I first got mine, we had it on drop-in. Now, drop-in is a little bit dangerous, okay? Drop-in means if I give permission, like Adam, and I thought he had forgotten. I don't know if he left it on or whether he'd forgotten or not, but he left his on. Now, drop-in means I can say drop in on Adam's Amazon. Not the word Amazon, the other word, which I don't like to say because it sets off all your gadgets. Drop in on Adam's Amazon, and it literally opens a communication, and all his machine does at the other end is beep, and you're connected. There's no ringing. He doesn't have to answer it. It automatically just switches on, and I think that is very, very dangerous because you might miss that bleep. If you miss that bleep, you don't know someone's listening to you at the other end. So I've actually got mine switched off. Adam still had his switched on. But I'm not a naughty person, As soon as I heard it go on, I said, Adam, and there he was. And you scored on your conversation yesterday, Adam, a massive 4.5 out of 10. Congratulations. That's not bad. That's not a bad score for me. Adam and his other half are taking me out for afternoon tea on my birthday on the 5th of February. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that. Very, very much. Sharon, your New Year's resolution should be, I will be nice to my sister. What, next year you mean, sis? There's my sister, Shazby. That's my sister. What do you mean, next year? Too late now. We're 9 days into... 9 days. 9 days have gone already of 2020. You wait, this time next year we'll be saying the same thing. Can you believe it's a year ago since I sat there in that awful jacket with the collar this collar won't stay proper, look. I just can't do anything with this collar this morning. Perhaps it's because I've just had a weigh-in. Oh, yes. I weighed myself this morning, Adam. Adam's back on the slimming world as well. And Adam's lost half a pound this week, which is excellent. Anything down? Anything down is a success. I weighed myself this morning, and I'm very pleased to tell you I'm now 13 stone 3.8. 13 stone 3.8. So I've now lost 9 pounds since I started end of November. I've lost 9 pounds now. Time to set a target. I'd like to be just under 13. No, just under sounds awful, doesn't it? I'd like to be 13 stone before my birthday on the 5th of February. So there's my target, okay? Always set little targets. Don't go too mad. Don't go too mad, because if you never get there, you'll give up. Just little targets. So I've set my target of losing another 4 pounds before my birthday on February the 5th, which should take me just under 13 stones. So I'm really, really pleased about that. Of course, that will go to the wind when I go to the Dorchester Hotel. I'm being taken. Yes! Taken for afternoon tea by Adam and his other half. So thank you very much. There's Martin Butler. He's a vegetarian. As I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you was with us at the beginning of the show, Martin, but I was just telling people you tried the corn sausages and liked them. Mikey Mike's a vegetarian as well. You've probably told me that before, Mikey Mike. I must apologise. You know, people that often tell me things several times, I just forget. It's impossible to remember everything everyone's telling everyone. But there's so much you can do as a vegetarian. You don't need to sit there and eat a plate of vegetables or anything like that. There's my sister. The best sausages have meat in it. We don't call it meat, shall we? Call it dead animals, dear. So the best sausages have dead animals in it. I don't think that's correct, no. Jason says, my missus says, you can't beat a nice piece of meat. Have you been beating your... It doesn't matter. Yeah, she says corn is nasty. Well, that's your opinion, Sharon. You sit there, a so-called animal lover, loves all the animals, and then you sit there and eat a lamb that's just come out of its poor little mum. Dreadful, dear, dreadful. Pork and tomato. Mick likes pork and tomato sausages. Thank you, Gavin. He likes the jacket. Yeah, I've got quite a few jackets. This is a really cheap one. I think this was about 15 quid off Amazon. You want a sparkly jacket or something like that, go on Amazon and type in novelty jackets. Or on Google, novelty jackets, and you'll find loads on there. Okay? Mick says he thinks it's all down to Meghan. As a man, and I know some of you people who are married there... Oh! Claire has just sent a £2 super chat. Claire, let me get a yellow pen for you, Claire. Where is it now? Just a minute, my super chat pens. Yellow super chat 2020, incidentally, Claire. Why didn't that flash up at the top there? That should have flashed up at the top there. Super chat pen for Claire 2020. It's here. That will go in. Do you want it sent or in the or in my work bag? Do you want me to send that? Up to you, Claire. If you want me to send that, I can put that in the post today. Or if you're turning up at the pub at some point in the next couple of sessions, I can put it in the bag. Whatever you want to do, darling. But if you want me to send it to your very... I mean, do you have stuff delivered from normal people to your posh house, Claire? That's the question, you know. Do I have to put it in a special envelope? I know Claire doesn't accept anything with second-class stamps on it, do you, my love? Got to be a first-class stamp on there. Thank you, Claire, for your support. And I am now able to have another meal today. I'm so happy, Claire. I was wondering if I was going to be able to afford a dinner today, but with your £2 super chat, thank you very much, I shall now purchase a couple of lovely potatoes for myself today. Thank you very much. Let's just scroll up here. By the way, your internet all right today, is it? We're having a little... You, not me, but I think some of you were having a bit of trouble with the BT internet yesterday. Jason, hats off to Harry. Best thing he could have done. Now all we need now is the rest of the royal family to get proper jobs and pay their way. Too many Klingons that we pay for. Klingons, I'll go along with that, Jason. I'll go along with that. The Queen, no. I think she does a fantastic job, as indeed will Charles. Charles is the next one. He'll do a great job. And I think Camilla, Charles and Camilla, I've never had a problem with them. A lot of people don't like Camilla. I think she's all right. Camilla. And it's a very cruel things people say about Camilla. And then, of course, we've got Wills and... what's her name? I can't remember her name now. Kate. Wills and Kate. So they're all in the line. And possibly that's it for me. They should be the ones. The others should have jobs, I think. The others should have jobs. But those ones, you know, the ones at the top should be looked after and that. That's my opinion, though. Let's have a look. Rachel says, I don't blame them myself. They just want to be like normal people. Oh, I'd hate to be a normal person. As you can see with your own eyes, Rachel, I am an international star. You ask great nephew George. He knows I'm an international celebrity. He was horrified. He was George, who's 7. He was horrified when he asked one of his friends, Henry, I think was his name, did he know Chris Reardon? And this Henry said no. And George says, really? You don't know Chris Reardon? And Henry said, no, I don't know him. But he's an international celebrity. That's what George told you. Don't they think funny, children? We love them. Hello to Mr. Grigorian. Morning to you, sir. What's it? Wonder Woman's got a big box of 48 Cadbury's cream eggs coming today from Amazon. I saw that. Apparently, I did see a story yesterday that says cream eggs, they're going to bring out a tub. You know, like the Christmas tubs? They're going to bring out, I think, one of mini eggs and one of cream eggs from what I saw on the advert. Yes, so maybe at Easter I might have one of those. I will allow myself chocolate at Easter. How long have I got to wait? Let's see. When is Easter now? Oh, where's my calendar? Oh, my God, don't say I've lost that. Very, very important. Where? Oh, it might be downstairs, mightn't it? Oh, where's the other calendar got? It's got to be downstairs. I hope that's downstairs. Calendar. Where? Hello, are you there? Calendar. No, it must be downstairs. I hope it's downstairs. Blimey, I'm stuck. Oh, no, here it is, right in front of me here, look. Silly sod, honestly. When is Easter? When have I got to wait for the Cadbury's cream eggs? British summertime in April. Oh, Sunday the 12th of April. So only 4 months to wait for that. Cadbury's cream eggs. I know some of you think they're quite sickly, but I love them. Cadbury's cream eggs. Hello to Yvonne Lemon, who's still not well at the moment. Get well soon, my darling. Poor Yvonne's still not well at the moment. John, on the subject of George Michael, it made him even more famous and popular. The video for Outside is brilliant. I know the video. That's the one with the urinals turn around and turn it into a dance floor, isn't it? I know that one. If I'm right in thinking, I actually had one of his record people, and on the day of the release of that record, because we were all on record, there was no CD. I think CDs had just come along, if I remember rightly, but someone bought me in the 12-inch version and said, play that tonight, Chris, and you'll be the first one to ever play it. I think it was that song. Or actually, it might have been Lonnie Gordon. Might have been a Lonnie Gordon, but someone, I think it was, what was his name? Niven, that is from Sony Records. He came in because I knew him, and he bought me. I bought you that, Chris. And he bought me that, the record, and the VHS DVD, which I watched. It was hilarious, absolutely brilliant. Very well done. Morning to Gary Butler. There's nephew Gary Butler, who's kindly given us a trial, but he's given us a trial, boys and girls, of being a moderator for 2 weeks. I think it's coming towards the end of week 1, and he's going to let us know whether he wants to continue being a moderator or not. Okay? Are you calling in tonight, Jason? Do call in tonight when we have our little phone-in show. Adam, can you do a show on technology in your home and have your Amazon Echo in the studio and ask it questions that people ask you? I suppose we could do that. We could probably do that. Claire, have you just sent another one? She just sent another one. Another super chat from Claire coming through. She wants a pink one this time. Ooh. I don't see a pink one here. Oh, there it is. There's one. We've got pink pen, one super chat pen, two super chat. They're lovely colours you choose. Lovely. These are probably the brightest colours. Are the yellow, the pink, and the orange. Orange is quite bright. Orange is quite bright as well. Beautiful colours. We like bright colours. They're ready for you, Claire. And I can post those today. They'll be posted today. So pop over your address. You might have done it already, have you? Let's have a look. No, you haven't done it yet. So pop over your address to there. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Pop over your address to there. And I'll post those off this morning for you, Claire. Thank you very much for your kind support. Much appreciated, darling. Very much appreciated. John says, when my other half asked the Apple phone a question, my phone and iPad answer. We must sound the same. We've been together almost 19 years. You start looking like each other, darling. You start looking like each other after that while. I mean, I probably look, or not so much now, but when I had my cat, when I had my love, well, I had 3 cats altogether. When I had Katie the cat, who I lost, blimey, that's a couple of years ago now. That was quite hard. That was when I lost my little Katie the cat, because she was my mum's cat. You see, people thought I was a cat. They did. Sometimes I'd go out of my house, walk over to my car, and then people would get down, crouching. Oh, here, pussy, pussy, here, pussy, pussy. And I'm like, where's the cat? And then looking at me, come on, like that. And they start throwing me cat biscuits, which actually were quite delicious. My niece, Tracy, who's got her own family now, when she was a little girl, she used to eat cat biscuits. I kid you not. My mum used to find her in the cupboard, in the kitchen cupboard under the sink, and she'd have her hand in the cat biscuit box. She loved them. Honestly, my niece used to eat cat biscuits. That is not a lie. Not a lie. All right. An orange one. Blimey, Claire. 3? That's £6, dear. God, look at her. She's gone mad today. There's the orange one, Claire. Was that because I showed it to you? There's an orange one. Oh, you might have to have a brown envelope. I don't know if that will be big enough for yours. You might get a brown envelope. Not many people order stuff with a brown envelope, you know. It's usually in the little white ones. There's Mark Bowles' one. I'm just waiting for... Oh, hang on. Here he is. Has he replied now? Nope. He's not replied yet. He's not replied yet. Where's Mark Bowles? He's getting up later and later, isn't he? Honestly. Why isn't he here this morning? It's outrageous. Oh, my word. Mandy used to work in an abattoir. I bet you saw some horrific things in there, didn't you? There's a lady, she's a vegetarian as well. She works at the Toyota place where I'm taking my car later for its 20,000 mile service. And she knew someone who worked in an abattoir, and he worked there forever, you know, and then I think retired. And I don't know if I want to tell you this. This might upset some of you. Just turn, if you don't want to hear this, just mute for 15 seconds from now, okay? And he had trouble sleeping at night because he could still hear the screams of the animals when they went in there. I mean, I just cannot imagine doing a job like that. Okay, turn it back on now. Turn it on. Okay, I finished saying what I was going to say. And you know, I don't know how you managed to do that, Mandy. Did it affect you at all, Mandy, as a matter of interest? Did it affect you at all? Yvonne's waiting for a hospital appointment. Well, good luck with that, my darling. Whatever you're having done there. Oh, it's Dr. Oh, I beg your pardon. It's Dr. Grigorian, not Mr. Oh, dear. Is that like saying, oh, it's Queen Elizabeth, not Liz? Thank you, Claire. I've got your text in there, my love. That will be in a... Oh, she's even requested a brown envelope. It's a brown envelope with no markings on the front, so no one knows what she's ordered. It's a secret. It's like some of the blokes that they order. Remember they used to order these magazines and videos from certain shops? It would be delivered in a brown envelope with no markings on the outside. I love it. Claire, oh no, I'm just about to read your address out then, Claire. Simon Keaton just texts in, reference to Love Island, the only way they will get me to watch that garbage is if an episode they send all of them out for a day, then send in a producer to put hair removal cream in their shampoo. I like it. I like it, Simon. Thank you, Simon. Always a pleasure. Simon, are you working now, by the way? Just text us in. Let us know what you're up to. Where are you in Stoke or somewhere else? And are you working? How's life going with you? Because I know you had a bit of a rough time towards the end of last year. We all go through rough times, don't we? I have to say. Adam, yes, you're known throughout the land and have appeared in many clubs' toilets. Thank you, Adam. Several times. You are naughty. Gavin, you can get a cream egg trifle. It looks nice. I'll tell you what I've tried, Gavin. Cream egg ice creams. No, they didn't really do it for me. I don't know. It just didn't seem quite right. Cream egg ice creams. Now, I want to know, the super chats are not flashing up at the top like they should do. Maybe it's because I'm on the wrong chat. Let's see if that works. I'll probably know when to send one now. I don't know if that's working or not. They should flash up at the top so that I can't miss them, but they're kind of within the actual chat itself. I noticed some of the people doing YouTube videos, similar, well, YouTube videos with chats and that. They actually put the chat box up on the screen. I've got to say, I found that quite off-putting. You know, you're kind of watching the chat all the time rather than the person doing it. And, you know, and I've always been quite honest with you. You know, we do these shows because we like a bit of spotlight, you know, and if I put the chat box up there, you won't be watching me. Oh, what's the point of me being there? You might as well just go to a pub and talk to each other. Not that you'd want to spend any money in there. I went to someone else the other night. They said, I'd be absolutely horrified. He spends, who was it? Oh, it was actually DJ, sorry, not DJ Chris, Chris Duke, who's here sometimes. And he says, oh, well, I spent £150 on Saturday night. £150 going out. I'd be horrified if I spent 20 quid on a night out. Absolutely horrified. How can you spend £150 on a night out? Jeez. It's cheaper to go to an afternoon tea for two people than that. Blimey. But I suppose that's the drink, isn't it? And all that. I like that, Adam. Mick, I've got a bit of competition with the pen sales. Well, yeah, how many did you buy? You had 4 the other day, didn't you? You had 4 the other day. Yeah, Wonder Woman. She used to eat dog biscuits when she was tiny. Well, they can't be bad for you, I suppose, if you're giving them to pets. If you're giving them to the pets, then they can't be bad for you, can they? I suppose. I love it. Jason, I knew someone who ate dog biscuits. They say it made him feel rough. He lived in barking all the time. Very good. Very good. Mandy says it didn't affect her at all. No, it's not silly. It just depends on you, really, Mandy. I know it might sound silly. It didn't affect me at all working in an abattoir. I've seen more horrible things happen to the workers than the animals. Oh, like what? What, in abattoirs? What, accidents, you mean? I suppose you could, couldn't you? You could accident. I have watched stuff like that on YouTube. Oh, and that's what turned me vegetarian. It's what turned me vegetarian. Thank you. If you watch on a TV, you can switch to chat on. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. It's in the settings. Oh, there's Mark Bowles. Morning, Mark. Have you responded? Yeah, it's the bingo pen you want. Okay. It's already in here, Mark. I shall now sit while not revealing your address to the millions of people all over the world. We don't want you to be scammed, dear. No scam. Oh, hello. Oh, have you been in an accident recently? Yes. When was it, please? You won't be scammed. I'm now sealing the envelope. Sealed with it. La 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 la. Da 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 da. Every day in a letter. Sealed with a kiss. Da 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 da. I'm just sealing it with a kiss there, Mark. All right. So that's all ready to go. I shall place that on the floor down there, ready to post off to your little container house. He lives in I think Mark lives in one of those containers. He's got one of those containers. There's nothing wrong with those, actually. You can buy those. You know, you can buy container houses and mobile homes and places like that. The only thing is you don't have too many rights. You have no rights at all in a caravan, you know. Absolutely no rights whatsoever. I could get a phone call today from Sylvie and Alan, who are just brilliant people. They run the small family-run caravan site that I'm on. But they could sell today, and that's it. I'm out. Hello, we've sold the site. That's it. I'm afraid you're out. End of. No rights whatsoever on the caravan site. Mobile homes, you have a few rights on there. Oh my God. Mick spent £990 a night in the 90s. Really? God. Not me. That's an awful lot of money to spend on a night out. 90 quid. Anyway, Mark, your thing's in there. There we are. Okay. Right, what else have I got to tell you? So I made my spaghetti arrabbiata soup sauce yesterday. Then I went to bed, got up. I as I woke up, I just FaceTimed my sister. So I FaceTimed my sister and I said, "Oh, I've just turned the kettle on from my bed because I've got a smart plug now in the kitchen. You know, you don't have to move anymore. You really don't. Got a smart plug in the kitchen." So I said, "Oh, just a minute, sis." And I said, "Amazon, turn on the kettle. Turn on my... I've got two kettles on a smart plug, one in the caravan, one here. Turn on, what is it? House kettle, I think. House or home kettle, I think I've called it. Because you give the smart plugs a name. You say, turn on home kettle or house kettle. Can't remember what it was. And she said, why don't you go all out and buy yourself a ventilator? You won't have to do anything at all then. And I thought, what an excellent idea. Did they sell it on Amazon? Let's have a quick look. How much is a ventilator? You won't have to do anything at all. Won't have to lift a finger. I love that idea, Sharon. That gets you a 6.5 out of 10. Ventilator. How do you spell that? Ventilator. I sound like great nephew Harry there. Ventilator. Oh no, they're just fans. Oh, hang on. Ventilator. That's incorrect spelling. Let's try that. Ventilator. No, I've just got pictures of fans there. Medical ventilator, would it be? Perhaps medical. Hang on. Medical ventilator. Oh, there we've got some things there. No, they're not really. Disposable bacteria filter ventilator. No, it doesn't sound right, does it? There's nothing that's a machine. Oh, what's that? Portable oxygen concentrator, wireless control, oxygen generator, ventilator, medical home oxygen device, £1,101.38. But it don't look like it attaches to you. What does that do? Hang on a minute. Let me have a look. It can support the oxygen supply of 2 people at the same time. Pfft, chance would be the fine thing. There aren't 2 people in this house. And the oxygen concentration is kept at the same level. So what? It's on wheels. Oh, and it just... Ah, there we are. That. Oh, hang on a minute. There looks something. That looks like something that's got pipes that go in your nose. Here we are. Oh, they're not very dear. Vovigo portable oxygen concentrator generate. Ah, but that's not... That doesn't look like a ventilator to me. That's just an oxygen generator. Well, they're £229. I'll get those with a few more super chats. Medical hospital ventilator. Let's see what comes up then. Shopping. Artificial ventilator. No. Oxygen. Hospital patient monitor. I don't know what they are. I'm thinking eye and lung, that sort of thing. That's what I thought was a ventilator. These seem to be little machines that you would perhaps next to you on the, I don't know, on a chair next to you or something like that. But that's my sister's suggestion, that I order a ventilator, then I won't have to do anything at all. You know, once a day, you know, I could be bought out, possibly by robots. I could be lifted out of my bed and then placed into position here to do my show. 9:30 in the morning. And then when I finish a show, I can be lifted up, placed back in the bed, have the ventilator switched on and not have to do anything. Don't even have to breathe. Machine's doing it all. How blooming marvellous is that? I'm liking the sound of that. I like the sound of that, Sharon. Thank you for the suggestion. All right. Hello, LaBelle. Your New Year crisp of magic is in the house today. Hello, lovely LaBelle. All right, Steph Diamond in the house. Good morning, Steph. She didn't get a notification this morning. That does happen sometimes, I'm afraid. Yeah, sometimes people don't get the notification. Some do, some don't. I don't know why that is, my love. I'm sorry. Just check your little bell settings. It should be all on. If it is, then I don't know. So great niece Olivia, she has that's a ventilator that she's got, is it? Okay, so I think that stays on all the time, chucking oxygen in you. So that sounds like the one I just looked at, actually. Yeah, that would make sound. That would make sense. Good morning to Farting Santa, who tells us it's 351 days to go. What, to Christmas? No, it must be less than that now, surely. How many days in a year? John Aitken, I know that. John, can you look that up, please? How many... Oh, hang on, I can look it here, can't I? How many days before Christmas? How many days before Christmas? Let's have a look. 300... Oh, you're right. 351 days. Who am I to argue with Santa? Exactly. Sorry, Santa, I got that wrong there. Sorry. Jason's got a compressor you could use. You won't lose weight if you don't move, Chris. Incorrect, Mick. You will lose weight if you don't eat much. Incorrect. We were taught that at Slimming World, and she's absolutely right. Because at the time I was going to Slimming World, I was doing an awful lot of exercise, much more than I'm doing at the moment. I'm just not getting the swimming in at the moment. One of the reasons for that is that I unjoined the one here to join the one up north, with the intention that I go up there 4 days a week, which I do when I'm up there. I almost always go 4 days a week. But when I was going to Slimming World here, before I bought the caravan, I was swimming every day and cycling and walking every day. I'm doing much less exercise now. Exercise is very good and very important, but you can't, unless you're training like an athlete, you don't lose weight through just exercise. You've got to cut down on what you're eating, or more importantly, you've got to cut down. Not cut down, you've got to change what you're eating. Not necessarily cut down. I have big meals. In fact, yesterday my meals consisted of wholemeal rice, which is unlimited on Slimming World, Adam, I tell you. Wholemeal rice, unlimited, you can have as much as you want. And this like corn stew stuff that I do, which is just basically loads of vegetables, corn and a bit of gravy powder. And then last night, I had my wholemeal spaghetti. Again, unlimited amounts are allowed of that. Unlimited spaghetti and wholemeal spaghetti. It must be wholemeal. And arrabbiata sauce. You know, the really spicy sauce. I had a big bowl of that. Delicious. Hungry afterwards? Absolutely not a chance. Not a chance. It's what you eat. It's not the exercise. Exercise is very good, but you can't just lose weight through exercising, which I found out. I was proof of that, actually. Thank you for the little Christmas tree, Mr. Santa. We love it. We love it. The 351 days till Christmas. 365 days, of course, in a year, which I couldn't remember what that was then. Thank you very much. Can we have some thumbs up? Fran Green is now in... Fran, I'm going to elevate your position. Do we have an elevate noise? One moment. I can't find an elevate noise. I haven't got an elevate. Can I elevate your position, Fran, to head of thumbs up? Fran Green is now head of thumbs up. Everyone watching the show, please get the little... You'll see underneath it is a little thumbs up and there's a thumbs down. I think something else as well. If you could just hit the little thumbs up button... We need you to do that, please. Thank you so much. Thank you. So if you're not sending super chats, that is another way of saying, thanks, Chris. Just a little thumbs up. Thank you very much. LaBelle used to date a Santa. Did you really? Oh, dear. Excellent. Steph pens have arrived. Yeah, they came very quick. Believe it or not, Steph, I don't think you was with us yesterday. But I posted those pens off, okay, Monday night at about 5 to 6 in King's Cross, and everyone got them Tuesday. I can't believe that's brilliant on the post office. Perhaps I'll always use that post box in future, actually, now that I think about it. I keep saying I'll save the pens up, but as soon as I go in the envelope, I like to take them straight down to the post box. I like things to be done, you know. Don't like things hanging around all the time. Right, so where were we now? So I told you about that. Told you about my smart plug. Might order a ventilator, as suggested by my sister. for myself so I don't have to move anymore. Then, I mean, I'm so stupid. I'm coming down the stairs and then I started getting a knee problem. Now, this is a different knee problem. It's on the same leg, which is still healing at the moment, where I twisted my foot, which has got to be about 3 or 4 weeks ago now, I think. Was after Christmas, wasn't it? So I reckon about 3 weeks ago, I got out of my car to have a wee at a lay-by, and I went down a pothole, twisted my ankle, ended up in dirty and stinking water. Awful. And it's recovering slowly. It's that leg. Now, this is the same leg that, as regular viewer of the show, you'll know that I get a little bit of a pain, a sharp pain on the left-hand side of my left leg, just where the knee is. Kind of a little bit where, you know where the little dent is in the side of your knee? So kind of at the top bit of it, just to the left. I get a pain there, especially if I'm kneeling down or have been on my bicycle. No, this pain is on the other side. And it's, at the moment, it started last night. And it's quite, it's quite sharp. So I'm wondering if that's something to do with the twisted leg, or it's something else that's. I appear to be becoming a little bit less mobile. I hate saying that, but I do. I used to run upstairs 2 at a time. My sister would tell you that. We lived in a block of flat, in a maisonette in Roehampton. I used to run up those stairs 2 steps at a time, and again coming down 2 at a time. Can't do that now. I literally have to go down steps sideways. Because if I go down straight, then that knee hurts. And I've been to the doctor a couple of times with that. Pills. I mean, please take a photograph of my knee. But no, they don't seem to do that. So the inside of the knee is hurting now. And I don't know what that is. So that was a bit of a problem yesterday. I told you I dropped in on I know what I did last night. So then my sister's been going on about Silent Witness. The new series of Silent Witness. And I thought, I'll have some of that. Now, I haven't watched them all. They've been going quite a few years, haven't they? Like Called a Midwife, been going for years, that is. So I've watched, I found it, episode 1. I looked it up, episode 1, Silent Witness. Okay, I'll watch that. So I'm watching that. Right. So I've watched that last night, and I came to the end of it. And that would have been about 9:15. I came to the end of episode 1. Anyway, so I stopped it, and I clicked on home on the iPlayer. And there came up on now Silent Witness episode 2. Watch from, you know how the iPlayer works. Watch from start or watch now. So I clicked watch from start, and it come on Silent Witness episode 2 and all that. And I'm watching this. And TV programs are a little bit different to what they used to be, I find. I often find difficulty following them. You might get to a scene on a programme. Doctor Who is a very, very good example of this. I think on the series, a couple of series ago, before the lovely Jodie started playing the character, and actually not the old boy either. It was the young lad. What's his name now? Smith. Something Smith, is that his name? Smith? The young lad who played Doctor Who. I would be watching that and not be able to. I thought, how did it get to that? And it got really a little bit like watching X-Files. That was like that. Stuff would be happening, and you wouldn't have a clue how they got to that. You'd be watching something, and then how does that relate to that? Well, this happened last night. So I'm watching episode 2 of Silent Witness. And I'm watching this and I thought, well, that doesn't seem to be relating to part 1. Anyway, I'll persevere with it. So I've carried on watching it. And I got to about 10 minutes. And I thought, I don't see how this is relating to the first one, the first episode didn't finish. It wasn't a story in itself. It was like part 1 of 2. Do you see what I mean? And I'm thinking, well, surely in a minute, we're going to be able to relate the 2 together. No. So I paused the programme. I looked at the clock because I can't ring my sister too late because they go to bed early. They go to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock sometimes, my sister. And I rang her up. I said, sis, have you watched the second Silent Witness yet? She said, yeah. I said, did you have trouble relating the second one to the first one? She said, no, not at all. Why? I said, well, I am. She said, well, what have you watched? I said, well, I'm now watching episode 2. I'm in about 15 minutes. I said, what's happened to the footballer? And she said, what footballer? I said, the footballer, the Israeli footballer who people were being racist to and someone's been murdered. She says, you're watching the wrong one. I said, well, I can't be. That said episode 1. She said, well, no. She said it was probably episode 1 of another series. Yeah, go on, Mikey Mike. Send $1.99. That's fine. I'm not going to do you for a penny, am I, mate? Oh, that'd be interesting. I want to see if it flashes up at the top there when you do that, because I've changed something at the top there. Something's missing from there. It's not flashing up at the top like it should do. Anyway, so I'm completely watching the wrong. I've been watching the wrong episode, and then I looked back at it, and sure enough, it was like, instead of being like series, I don't know, series 20, I was watching series 11. So I've watched the first episode of series 11, and then I've watched the second episode of the new series. And of course, they don't relate. Two completely different programs. But it took me 15 minutes to realise it. How stupid am I? Stupid. Exactly. Never mind. So that was the wrong Silent Witness I watched. And then after that, I flicked over to Netflix because there was a new thing I wanted to watch on there called Messiah. Anyone seen that? This is, there it is. Now, no, that blue is not flashing up at the top. How strange. There we go. Thank you, Mikey Mike. A blue pen for Mikey Mike. Get me your address, Mikey Mike. Come on, send your address over. Now I think I've got 2 different blues now. One moment, please. Oh, I've dropped my pills. I've got, let me show you. I've got dark blue and light blue. Which do you want? So that might look like purple to you. No, it's not. That's purple, okay? Dark blue or light blue, Mikey Mike? Tell us on the chat, and also put it in your email, my darling, so that I know what to send you, okay? Dark blue or light blue. Now, why aren't those super chats lighting up? Can I just do a little search for that? That's what was going wrong the other night. They weren't showing up. Do you remember? And people were telling me, you know, people were telling me you're missing super chats. They're not lighting up. They should be lighting up at the top there. Super chats not lighting up. Let's have a look. No. How do I stop my Fitbit from not lighting up? It's not Fitbit. Super chat. Super chat glitch. Ooh. Let's try that. My super chat's not showing up. No, that's to do with accounts. That is. I don't know. So that's what's going on there. For some reason, the super chats are not lighting up on the top there. They should. They're in the main chat box, but here, I don't know if you see it as well. They usually come up at the top and they flash up and they stay there until you've noticed them. That's not happening at the moment, but how strange. Anyway, Mikey Mike, let us know what you want there, Mikey Mike. Okay, and dark blue. So you want dark blue? Let's just dark blue. I got that one out there. So there's 3 for Claire. There's 1 for you there, all sitting in front of me, waiting for your postal address. Okay, postal address. There we are. Someone try over £2. No. I mean, well, I mean, only if you want to. But Wonder Woman's just sent £3. Gosh, thank you, Wonder Woman. So that works. But you're not flashing up at the top like you should be flashing up right at the top there for some reason. What have I got there? Let's try live chat. I'm on top chat at the moment. Maybe it's because it's not on top chat and live chat. That's really strange. Thank you, Wonder Woman. Do you want a pen, by the way, darling? You know, have yourself a pen if you want. Okay, let us know what colour. Send in an email. Please always do it on an email, otherwise it'll get forgotten, my darling. All right. So there we are. Good. Now, let's just shoo. Where are we going now? Let's just scrolling for you. Scrolling. There we are. Thank you. Jason, you should have a new viewer this morning, my troublesome lad Dean, who I told you about a while ago. Can you tell him to get out of bed and get a job, the lazy git, and stop going in my toolbox? Is he nicking your tools? Never ever lend tools to anyone. They don't come back. Martin will tell you that. He's often left stuff around my caravan. It don't get back to him. It all ends up in a drawer. I've lost so much stuff like that, drills and things like that. Oh, it's a tip. Thank you very much, Wonder Woman. She sent me a £3 super chat tip there. Anyway, so I've changed it now to live chat. So if that happens again, I'll know. Hang on, what's that? Participants send feedback. Oh, send feedback. Okay. Include screenshots. Oh, how do I do that? Click highlight. Describe your issue. Okay. Super chats. Super chats not showing up at top of screen. Oh, I've sent that all as capitals. That's not good, is it? Let me just try and change that. Let's send them a little message. Super chats no longer showing up at the top of the screen. They are, however, showing up in main body of chats. Thanks. There we go. Sending in a report. Sending in a very, very important report. Feedback there. Good. So there we are. Okay. Right, so that's my watching the wrong episode of that. But as I say, Messiah. Messiah is on Netflix. It's kind of about a modern Jesus that looks like he's returned, although he seems to be more connected. I've watched 2 of those so far, more connected with the Muslim faith. And he goes and he's got all these followers and all that in Syria. And he says that he's going to take them somewhere and they end up at the Jewish border. And he climbs over, and of course he's arrested. And then I've seen him perform a miracle. This little boy gets shot, and the little boy's dead. This is outside the main mosque, which you find in Jerusalem. Ah, that's working now. That's working now. That's flashing up at the top. Steph, £5. God, the cash is pouring in today, dear. I will be able to have 2 meals today instead of 1. Thanks, Steph. Thanks, Steph. Would you like a pen, darling? Oh, Steph wants Yvonne to buy Yvonne a pen. Look at that. Do you want a pen, Yvonne? Steph's bought you a pen. How nice is that? I often see that on here. People buying other people's stuff, which is ever so generous of you. Number 1, sending them stuff, and number 2, sending me a £5. But it is really very generous of you when you buy other people little bits and pieces. It was going on over Christmas, and I know he's not here this morning, but Roy Brownlow, he's done it about 3 times now. Bought someone else like a badge or a pen or something like that. You can have a pen or a badge. Have a pen or a badge, Yvonne. There you go. There's the badges. Okay. Badges and pens, whatever you want. Now, Yvonne, this is very, very important. Very important. You must email me what you want, darling, with your postal address to look exactly as I must print it on the envelope. Oh, talking of printing, I've ordered, and it's coming today. I think it's coming today. I don't know if it's coming today or not. Oh, hang on a minute. Metal Jill's coming today. Broomsticks coming today. Where's my blooming thing then? I ordered an address label printer. When's that coming then? Ordered, which was a very good price as well. Some of them, they were like 90 quid. I ain't paying 90 quid for a blooming label printer. This was about £30. Past, where is it now? Open order. Is that it there? No, is that it there? There it is. Address label printer. When's it coming then? And I've got to order details. Is it order details? Coming on, don't say. Track package. Is it track package? Oh, try that. Track package. Ordered, dispatched. No, it's not even been dispatched yet. Oh, arriving 10th to 11th of January. It says there. but it hasn't been dispatched yet. Maybe they haven't got any in. Little brother one. So I'll be able to print off rather than have my terrible writing on the front of your envelopes. You'll get a little printed label on there. How exciting is that? A new gadget, boys and girls. Probably take me about 3 weeks to learn how to use the damn thing. There we are. Thank you very much, Steph. Yvonne, email me your address. I haven't got any emails from anyone waiting for stuff this morning, other than Claire, who sent in a little text message there. So there we are. Mikey Mike, come on, get emailing before I finish the end of the show, then I can send it off straight away. You know I don't like to hang about with your prizes or your little purchases. Okay, they're straight in that thing. Straight on that thing. Morning, there's Roy the boy. Good morning, Roy. Morning, young Roy. You all right? Nice to see you, Roy the boy there. Mick, his pens have arrived. Do you like the envelope? What a big envelope that is, Mick. Big envelope that Mick got this morning. Good morning to you, Mick. Can I post pictures on that chat box? Let me just try something. I'm going to try something. What can I post? What can I post? I've got a picture here somewhere. A really cheesy picture. Hang on a minute. Where's the... I just want any old picture, really, don't I? I can't find any pictures now. That's a diamond. Oh, there we are. There's some. Let's see if I can just post a picture on the chat box. Is that going to work? Yeah, that'll do. Fridge magnet. Oh, no, I don't want to post that. That's the new fridge magnet picture. Ah, Heidi. There's a picture of Heidi there. Me and Heidi. There we go. See if does this work? Does that work? Copy. Oh. I don't know what I've done. What have I done there? I've just... Oh, dear. I've just closed the chat box now, haven't I? What an idiot. I've just closed the chat box. How do I get that back? I've lost all your chats now. Just a minute. Let's see if I can get them back. Leave it alone if it's not broken. Oh, dear. It's all gone terribly wrong this morning. There we are. Click that there. And then let's try and get that chat box back. Can I find the chat box? Ah, there we are. There's me. Pop out chat. There we go. Ah, got you back. There we are. Sorry about that, gang. I lost all your chat boxes there. Well, we fixed the super chat thing now. That seems to be working now, where you flash up at the top, and I can see how that works. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you to one man and his Sprinter van. It's very kind of you. We all do there's lots of different YouTube things out there. We all do our own thing. You know, you've got girls doing their makeup and boys doing football videos, and like some of the lads on here, I know Mix Mowers, he's probably still in bed. He usually follows me, actually, on his own channel. He does his thing with chatting to various different people, as indeed does Roy the boy and my brother-in-law. So many of you do, and we all do a different thing, don't we? You know, wouldn't life be boring if everything was the same? You know, unless, of course, everyone looked the same as me. I think that would be quite exciting for you, wouldn't it, really? Then you could just try and get off with all of me instead of just the one. Quite nice. Talking of which, have I got any Plenty of Fish messages today? Do you mind if I just check? I'll just check my Plenty... Oh, I'll just check my Plenty of Fish account. See if we've got anything today. And... Oh... There's a girl. I'm not. I don't think I should show you the pictures, should I? Really? There's a no. Oh, he's all right. Rochester, 32. He's a bit old, isn't he? Michael Pullman sends a $2 super chat. Thank you very much, Michael Pullman. Oh, hang on a minute. Just a minute. Got the buttons pressed up now. Thank you, Michael. Now yours didn't come up at the top. Why didn't that come up? Oh, I know what I've done. I've got top chat on again. Of course. Silly sod, honestly. Ah, so that every time you close the chat box, it defaults to top chat. And I've got to change it to live chat. Right, I've learnt something today. We learn something every day. Thank you, Michael. Do you want a pen, Michael? Do you want a pen? Hang on a minute. Oh, God, where's the email? Oh, it's up there already. You know the score. I don't keep any addresses. Okay, so just send me your address, Michael, and that'll be off to you. Michael likes to collect in little bits and pieces. I think he's won a couple of fridge magnets before. Just scrolling up there. Ian, your writing looks the same as mine, like a spider's walked through an inkwell. Yeah, it's not very good, my writing. I was never very good at doing doing writing. Yvonne, can I have a pink pen? Yes, I think you can have a pink pen. Let me see if I've got pink. I'm surprised the actual Super Chat pens are disappearing fast. I can't believe how many of these go. And they're only pens. So we're all right at the moment, to be honest. I've got about 20 in there, I think. There's about 20. So you can have a pink pen. Pink pen there, Yvonne. You must send me your postal address on that email. Get that off to us now, lovely Yvonne, all right? And thank you very much to Rachel for buying you that. It was... Steph bought you the pen there. Just scroll. Can I have a hat? I'm afraid not, Yvonne. The hats are only winnable in bingo. The only way you can get a hat is to win it through bingo. I was having this little conversation yesterday, actually, with someone, Claire, I think it was, and I was saying I want to keep some things just as prizes. Otherwise, there's no point in you know, if you can buy everything, you'd never want to. Why bother playing? Do you see what I mean? And the playing is a little bit about winning, I think, and the excitement. I can actually feel your excitement. While I'm doing the bingo, I can actually feel that. And all it is, the first two prizes are just, you know, the bingo pens, aren't they? Now, these are the bingo pens, and they are different. They look exactly the same. But more importantly, the writing's different. It says on here, I'm a Chris Reardon bingo winner, right? So you can only win those through the bingo. You can buy a Super Chat pen which says, I'm a Chris Reardon Super Chatter 2020, updated for this year, okay? So I think it's really important to have certain things that you can only win through a game rather than Super Chat them. So I'm afraid you can't have a hat. No, my darling. You have to win one of those, all right? I do wonder sometimes. I don't think Yvonne pays full attention sometimes. Okay, Yvonne. Well, make sure you do email me, darling. Otherwise, there'd be nothing coming to you in the post. And just imagine the little look of excitement on your face, my darling, when you open that little white envelope tomorrow. Only Claire gets the brown one and Mick Davenport. Okay. Where are we? £5 or above, Ian. What's that? Oh, you talked to someone else. Okay. They are not only pens, they are Chris's special pens. They are special pens. All this stuff has to be ordered and all that. Ian, my writing looks the same as yours. I showed my wife the envelope. She thought I'd written. Have you got bad writing as well? Fran is a bingo winner's pen. Fran's won. I think Fran's... Haven't you won a fridge magnet as well, Fran? I think Fran's won a fridge magnet as well. Yes. Yes. Won one as well. Thank you, Mike Rees-Ponto. And thank you, Michael Pullman. You've got one as well there. Now, that still hasn't flashed up again. Look at that. Trevor Campbell wants a badge. Thank you, Trevor. Email me your full postal address and I shall get a badge off to you. Okay, sir? Email me your full postal address. You'll get one of the United Kingdom Talker badges. That's not coming up on there again. Isn't that weird? Oh, Glenda. Christ, it's pouring in today. $10 from Glenda. Thank you, Glenda. All right, darling. Glenda with us live today. Glenda usually watches a recording of the show, I think, and often she sends us a little email now and again. It's always a pleasure to hear from anyone, really. If you send an email, I've got a little bit more time then. Do you know what I mean? If you want to send a long email, and I'm always very happy to read those out, long emails on here. Very pleased. And then feel free to send one anytime, you know, day or night. I can send you an email. If you just ask for a raffle ticket, which is fine. I'm going to do the raffle tickets in a minute. Time is moving on, isn't it? I'll do the raffle tickets in a minute. If you just ask for a raffle ticket, I'll just respond to you with a number. You know, raffle ticket, please. I'll respond to you with like 1, 2, 3 or whatever the number is, because it's not a conversation. But if you want to have an email, then I do my best to read the whole email and read it out on the next show. All right. It's all right. While there's not that too much of that happening, it's possible. I mean, if there were like 200 emails coming in, that probably won't ever happen, but, you know, it'd be a bit more difficult. So thank you very much, Trevor. Email me in your full postal address, Trevor, and I'll get that off to you this morning. Glenda as well, of course. Thank you, Glenda. If you want a badge or a coloured pen, let me know what colour you want, but put it in an email. Or if you don't want that and it's just a tip, that's fine as well. No problem at all. The message won't show up as it's only £2. Is that right? Ian's just sent a £2 super chat as well. Ian, you know what to do. Email in the show. Give me your full postal address. Tell me what you want there, whether it's a badge or what coloured super chat pen. That'll be in the post for you this morning. Okay, yeah, Fran's got the 20... Oh, she wants the 2020 pen. That'll be the next thing, Fran. It's only the super chats that's got 2020 on it. The bingo pens are still the same at the moment until we run out, and then maybe we'll get some more pens. The pens seem to be particularly popular because they're useful. It'd be like the key rings. The key rings have now been ordered with another company. If you were with us at the beginning of the show, you won't know. But the company eventually got back to me and they told me they were unable to print what I wanted. It just doesn't look right. So they've refunded me the full amount for the key rings that I paid, which it wasn't particularly cheap, but it's all right, you know. And I've now gone with someone else. And ordered those there. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. There we are. $3 coming from Michael. Is that to cover the postage, Michael? Because it's quite a bit more to send stuff to Australia than America. But you know, that's okay. That is okay. That is okay. So we're just waiting for a couple of emails there. I always let you know when your emails come in, if I can do so, if we're still doing the show at the time. But as I say, you know, you can have a pen or a badge with the super chat, or if it's just a tip, then thank you very much. That's okay as well. Whatever you want to do is fine by me. All right. Now, I'm going to do today's raffle tickets in a minute. Not quite yet. I've just got a lovely email to read out for you, boys and girls, from Rowan Riley. Now, Rowan's been with the show for a long time. He usually watches as a recording of the show, so thank you very much, Rowan. And he writes, good morning. Sorry if this gets long, but you just talked about something that I've been dealing with for the last 7 years. And that's food allergies. Now, if you just hold on to your messages for a while. Tony, good God, blimey, Tony's just sent £2 now as well. Gosh, thank you, Tony. Thank you very much, Tony. Tony King sending in a £2 super chat there to buy Fran a pen. How nice is that? See, people buy each other gifts on here. It's ever so nice of you. You're very, very generous. Really, really generous on here. I gotta say, I've never met such a group of I do charities in the past. I've done charities in the past. And you go around with this bucket and no one puts any bleeding money in it. You lot are buying things left, right and centre for each other, not even for yourselves. What a nice group of people we've collected here, don't you think? What a nice group. I only said the other day, and I think he's gone now, but the other day I said about the afternoon teas, and I don't, you know, my birthday's coming out. I hope someone takes me out for afternoon tea. 10 minutes later, Adam has sent me a link to going to the Dorchester, where I said I'd love to go for afternoon tea, and he's taken me with his boyfriend. I can't believe what a nice group of people we seem to have collected here. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much. Fran, could you email me in within the email saying Tony King sent me a super chat for a pen. I'd like this colour, okay? And that will be in to you today. Roy the Boy wants to win a fridge magnet. We can only get those on the bingo or the raffle, the fridge magnets. Not available for sale. However, Roy, new fridge magnets for this year are on the way. When they get here, I may super chat the old fridge magnets off, of which there are 12 left, the yellow ones. Okay? And once these are gone, right? Once these I think these are £2 anyway. Not now. Don't try and buy one of those now. You can't have one. Okay, you can't have one of those there. They've got to be kept as the prizes until the new ones arrive. Then we might super chat the others off, because I think some of you really want one of those. But there's only 12 of them left now, so that would be it. Jason's birthday is indeed coming together. Just I think it's on Friday. Make sure, if I don't mention it early on in the show, don't wait till the end. The birthday's at the end, because he's like one of our regulars. Then someone please remind me, because he probably won't. it's a bit embarrassing to say, oh, hello, it's my birthday. So someone remind me on Friday. Keep that in your heads, boys and girls. Okay, to cover postage, plus I would like a badge as well. So you can have a badge as well for that. Michael, can you put that in your email as well, Michael? Within your email, I see you've written an email there. Oh, hang on a minute. Please, can I have a pin? Oh, you've got one there. Okay, just make sure that everything that you wanted is in an email to that email address, okay? Right, let's read this this email that's arrived from Rowan. I'll start again. Good morning. Sorry if this gets long, but you just talked about something that I've been dealing with for the last 7 years, and that is food allergies. I agree with everything you said, and I do have a severe food allergy. Because we were talking the other day, I think it's someone who had some sort of... we were talking about food allergies, perhaps someone... I can't remember the story now. Was it a vegan story? Anyway, someone had eaten something and it wasn't what they ordered. And they blamed the shop. You know, I think if you've got a certain food allergy or something like that, and it may say, you know, doesn't contain nuts on the packet, how do you know that? You didn't make it. Someone may have had an accident, dropped a couple of nuts in there. Very dangerous. But you've got to take it on yourself to look after yourself. You can't rely on someone else to do this for you. Anyway, Rowan says, I have celiac disease and I'm allergic to dairy and soy. I mean, you've been no good coming in here, Rowan. I eat a lot of soy, as in soya beans. Is that the sort of thing? I eat a lot of soya stuff, don't I? I was a vegetarian for almost 15 years before I got my diagnosis. I knew something was wrong for a while, but I never thought it was a food allergy. And the doctor that I had at the time didn't take me seriously. Finally, it was a pizza that put me in the emergency room. When I was in the emergency room, they thought I had food poisoning, but Aaron had eaten the same thing and he was fine. After much back and forth, I had an internal biopsy. That's how I found out what had been making me ill. It took a couple of years to adjust to a new way of eating, and I made many mistakes. The point of me telling you this is that in all of this time, not once have I ever complained when I ate something that made me sick. Now, this is what I was saying on the show. It's my responsibility to take care of myself. When you eat out, you absolutely have to go with the knowledge that mistakes happen. And it's on you to be careful. Any kitchen outside your... And this is someone with a food allergy. This is not someone who's not got anything wrong like that, like me. This is someone with a food allergy saying this. Any kitchen outside of your own can't be held responsible. Not really. I totally understand being upset if something says it's vegan or gluten-free or whatever, but honestly, you can't just assume that the food will be safe. I eat at home before going out, and when I do meet up with friends or family, I usually order a salad so that I have something in front of me, but mostly I'll just have a couple of hard ciders or wine. Bleeding pisshead. Oh, sorry. Bleeding drunkard. Rowan. On a lighter note, I know that you're allergic to cats, so I thought of you when I saw the new Mars cat robot that's coming out. Have you seen it? It's weird but very cool. When my boys, that's my cats, pass on, I might get one. A Mars cat robot? What's that? Thank you, Michael. Got your email. Trevor, I've got yours as well. And Glenda, I've got yours. Thank you, Glenda. All your emails coming in there. Mars cat robot. I've got to look at that. Oh, yes. 98 quid? Jesus Christ. £105. Oh, my God. £105 for a cat? Girl, blimey. I know girls down King's Cross are cheaper than that. Let's have a look. This is on Amazon. Joy for All robotic companion pet, silver and white. I don't know if this is the right one. There's no mention of the word Mars in there, though. Let's see what this does. Why would you want one of those? Here, let me read you the product for just £105 on Amazon. A touch of joy for all companion pet cats are designed to bring comfort, companionship for your elder loved ones. This truly amazing product has been proven to greatly help people living with dementia, Parkinson's, and children with special needs with realistic fur, purrs, and meows. Not necessarily just for those people, for everyone, I would say. Sensors respond to petting and hugs with familiar cat-like actions. Companion pets deliver a soothing, joyful experience that... No, I don't want one for my birthday. Thank you very much. And it goes on. 105 quid for one of those. Dear me. I can't find... Oh, Mars Cat. Hang on, Mars Cat. Ah, there it is. 77,000... Oh, no, that's... Oh, I think it's one of those projects, you know, that people are trying to get going. I don't think... Can you buy one? Pledge 496 and you get the cat. 496 quid to buy a robotic cat? It can't be real. What's it do? It shouts. Oh, it's fully... Sorry, no. It's a bionic cat that's fully autonomous. Oh, no, dear. There's no fur on it. It's just this plastic thing. 604. Well, start saving now, Rowan, if you want one of those, mate. Thank you very much for the email. Much appreciated with that, okay? Thank you very much for that email. As I say, if you ever want to send an email in, feel free to do so. Nice long email, and I can read that out on the show as what. Okay? Tony talking there. There we are. People wishing Jason happy birthday now. Too early. It's not until Friday. I think it's Friday. It's either Friday or... Oh, it is Friday tomorrow, isn't it? I think it's Friday. Jason's birthday. He did send a thing in there. Mikey Mike, how about hosting a party at your house? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No. I'm not having anyone in this house. I'm very funny about people coming in this house. The only people coming in this house are plumbers like Nathan. I found the other plumber, who's even better looking than Nathan, has been sacked. Apparently he was giving out his own cards on the job. He could have moved in here at any time he wanted to. That one, I tell you that now. All right. Okay. Right. Give me a second. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Right. Now, anyone new to the show? Welcome along. We have a raffle every week. The raffle is on Monday, somewhere between sort of 9:30 and 10 o'clock. Usually the raffle. If you want to win a raffle, you can win a fridge magnet. One of these delightful fridge magnets, okay? To win a fridge magnet, you will need a raffle ticket. If you're watching a recording of the show, then ask for your raffle ticket by email. There's the email address, okay? Ask for me by email for your raffle ticket. However, if you're with us live, ask now. Let's see who wants their raffle tickets today. Mark Bowles is there. 150 for Mark Bowles. What's the time? Oh, I've got bags of time. Mark Bowles first in there on 150. Thank you, Mark. Jason Hughes, 151. Just a reminder, gang, if you can only ask once for your raffle ticket, even if it looks like I've missed you out, okay? Otherwise, people sort of, oh, you've missed me. No, just wait until I say, I think I've done all the raffle tickets. If I've missed you out, please ask now. Wait till I say that. Otherwise, it can get a bit confusing. I think we did a double. Someone got two yesterday. They emailed in for one and then asked for one as well. So I did the one that I asked. Then and I hadn't noticed. But they replied back and says, oh, you've given me two, which is very, very honest. I should read the name of that person, actually. Let me see if it's here. I must read the name of that person. If it's here... Who was it now? Maybe I haven't got it now. Oh, James. Thank you, James. It was James, and he wrote back and says, oh, you've given me two tickets, of which, of course, I took the other one out. But thank you very much for being very honest. It's very kind of you, okay? Jason H. then is on 151. There's Rachel, 152. Michael Pullman, 153. Pullman, 153. John Aitken, 154. 155 for Steph Diamond, who's been buying people gifts today. Thank you, Steph. You're very, very generous. 156 for Mr. SOS Doctor. Doctor. Dr. SOS Grigorian. Doctor, you might like that program on Netflix, actually, The Messiah. Give it a go. See what you think. I'm only up to episode 2 at the moment. It's quite good. The Messiah on Netflix, all right? Give that one a go there. One Man and His Sprinter Van on 157. Thank you, sir. You're not a doctor as well, are you? He got very upset that I missed out his title earlier. Mick Davenport, 158. Ian's changed his name. 159. 159. And Mandy Davenport, 160. Mikey Mike, 161. I think I'll start putting you as Mikey Mike now rather than Mike Responto. It's quicker, isn't it, to write it down. Does it wee and poo, that cat, Roy? I don't know. Does it? Does it? Sean Pye, 162. 163 for Fran Green. 164 for Roy the Boy. 165 for Gavin Bass. If you're new to the show, you need to ask for a ticket. Get your ticket. Don't cost you anything. Diane Jeb. Are you all right, Diane? 166. Claire, 167. 168 for Tony King. 169. Hello, Ross. Ross Herndon. 174. Must be nearly there now, are we? Glenda. Glenda S. Glenda calls me Mr. England. Mr. England. You should call me Miss England, Glenda. Glenda S. 170. Yvonne Lemon. Where's my ticket book gone? Have you noticed how easy I lose things in here? I just keep losing things all the time. Get some more little tickets out there. Where's Yvonne now? 17. Oh, lost her. Oh no, she's not. She's cut me out. There we are. Yvonne. Yvonne 171. Talking to each other. No tickets for Gary. He's not there. Joey Millen 172. Jason's off to Cardiff. Anyone want a sheep from Cardiff? Black or white, because he's not racist. Thank you, Jason. Does the cat make tea? I wish it did. Oh, Christ, the bushfires are still going on over there in Australia. 2 fires are going to become one. We're watching it on the news. It's on the news every night here. Terrible fires that they've got in your beautiful country at the moment. Dreadful. And all those animals. I saw people rescue. There was one bloke, you may have seen it on your own news there, Michael. There was one bloke, he literally drove sort of quite near the fire and went in there and rescued koalas. They're all in his car. Climbing all. Are koalas sort of fairly... I mean, would a koala attack you? Because they've got big claws, haven't they, koalas? Because they climb up the trees. This bloke had a car full of them. They're all on his seats and everywhere. And I thought, top man. Just going in there and rescuing as many animals as he could. And there's an island, Kangaroo Island, I believe. They've lost 50%. 50% of the wildlife on that island. You couldn't understand it, I don't think. It's difficult to understand the scale of that fire or the fires in Australia. Roy says 1/3 of the country is on fire. I know it's all around the outside, isn't it? All around the outside. Dreadful. My heart goes out to you, all of you in Australia. A special mention to our Australian viewers there. Okay, I think I've got to the end of the list there. Have I missed anyone out? Please speak now if I've missed you out, okay? Please speak now if I've missed out anyone for the raffle tickets. Please speak now. Meanwhile, I'll just bring up the birthdays, and we'll do today's birthdays. Happy birthday. Oh, it's Trevor's birthday today. Trevor Campbell's birthday. Ah, you've come up on the screen. He's with us this morning. Good morning, Trevor. Well, you kept that quiet, didn't you? Trevor? He even sent him his super chat on his own birthday. Was you, weren't it? Hang on a minute. Let me scroll up. There we are. It's Trevor's birthday today. Happy birthday, Trevor. Good God. A young 50 years... Life begins at 50. Life begins at 50. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Trevor. Oh, fancy that, him with us on his birthday. Has this been a highlight of your birthday? I hope it has, Trevor. Happy birthday. Happy 29 birthday to... Still a boy, 29, to Vaczi Peter. Good morning, Vaczi. Happy birthday. Duncan Dow, good morning. 40, Duncan. I remember when you and Michael first met you and you came into the Penny Farthing while I was DJing in Hammersmith. Duncan Dow, 40 years old today. Happy birthday, Duncan. Antonio Amore. He loves the karaoke. 58 today. Happy birthday, Antonio. Debra Lushy. Good morning, Debra. Happy birthday to you. And Nicola Oates is 37 years old today. Happy birthday, everyone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. And Trevor is indeed still with us. He says, I'm the highlight of his mornings. Thank you, Trevor. It's very kind of you to say so. I'm the highlight of my mornings, to be honest, as well. Well, I wish my blooming foot would hurry up and clear up. It's going on and on a bit. And the pain sometimes goes up. I'm getting very strange pains on that leg now. I'm just assuming it's something to do with muscles reattaching or stretching or something like that. I don't really know much about medical issues myself. I know quite a lot about me, so to speak, and you know, my particular thing that I've got. But my leg and foot, that where it comes to sort of broken toes and things like that, I don't know. You know, all I know is that I twisted my foot about 3 or 4 weeks ago now, and it's taken forever to recover, although the swelling's gone down a lot. Thank you. Michael, koalas will rip you to pieces. Fears some of the wildlife will become extinct. Oh, so they will they? Okay. But do you... I think you're a little bit behind the rest of us, actually, Michael, which means I might not get your reply now. But do you... if you don't look... how can you put it? If you don't look like you're going to do a koala some harm, is it like more placid, like having a cat? I know, and that's a stupid thing to say, but we're not Australian. We don't know. You know, could I, if I went into the forest and there were koalas, would they purposely attack me just for being there? Okay? Or would they come and sort of suss me out, and if they liked me, they might come over like a cat? It's like cats. With cats, you know, you can be walking down and a cat might look at you and then run off straight away. All right? Or it might come over to you. It chooses you. Is it a bit like that, koalas? I mean, you wouldn't go near a tiger, would you? Is it like if there was a tiger? You know, would you purposely not go near a koala if you saw it? And in which case, how did that bloke manage to cope when he's got them all in his car? He literally opened his car and he went in the forest and picked them up and put them in the car to take them somewhere safe. Top marks to that man. Top marks to that man. I'd just like to wait for that... they will attack you, so you keep away from koalas. I didn't know that. John says, I held koalas. They scratch. Wombats and wallabies are lovely and friendly, so don't go near koalas. Well, I don't know how that bloke managed to get them all into his car like that, but wonderful, really wonderful. Okie doke, right, I better get my bits and pieces together. I'll get your envelopes together. They go off early this afternoon, I hope. Fingers crossed, they should do. I'll I've got to go. Actually, I've got to go round past the sorting office because I'm taking my car in for a service. That's at 1:30. So on the way there, I can put them in the in the sorting office post box, which I actually go past that to get to the car place. So they should get there nice and quickly. Possibly tomorrow, definitely by Saturday, I would think. Thanks ever so much for joining us, boys and girls. Just a reminder, those of you that are waiting for something, if you've got something today, make sure you email me. I will reply to your email saying done or something like that, so you know it's on the way and I can get those off to you. Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address. And also the same, if you ever want to send a little bit of a longer email in, rather than the quick sort of one-line messages that you do, then that's fine as well. I'll be happy to hear from you. All right, enjoy your Thursday. We'll be back tonight. We've got the phone-in show tonight. You may or may want to ring in about something. Perhaps you'd like to think about something during the rest of the day that you might like to ring in and chat about. Try and keep it light-hearted, okay? Keep it light-hearted. We don't really do too much serious stuff on here. Certainly not politics or generally religion. As long as you can do those sort of things, as long as you don't just slating the other side. But people get very upset with those two particular subjects, and we try and steer away from them. You know, if they become a little bit too much, you know. But something fairly light-hearted. If you want to call in about that, perhaps you've got a comment about Meghan and Harry. You know, do you think they're doing the right thing or anything like that? Then have a little bit of a think about it, and we'll chat to you tonight. Tonight's show will be sometime between 7 p.m. and 10 o'clock UK time, which means I'll probably be a breakfast show for Michael Pullman, who's out there in Australia. All right, so that'd be nice. And I'll chat to you again this evening. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you a little bit later on tonight. Cheerio now.